Welcome everybody to another edition of the Hurry Up. I'm your host, Adam. Let's get into this. So, week one in the books, and what a week one it was. Exciting all around in the NFL, a lot of upsets, a lot of things you scratch your head at. You know, the Colts ending in a tie with the Texans, like, my God, a tie. Ties suck. But hey, you know what? That division is probably going to be one of those divisions where, you know, you're going to win 10 games or 9 games and get into the playoffs. But Matt Ryan had a game. He threw for over 300 yards, so we'll see what happens. But let's get into this real quick. The New York freaking Giants won their first game of the year since 2016. And what a win it was. It was a tale of two halves, actually. The first half, it was like, oh boy, here we go again. You know, another team, another loss. And you know, there's a lot of luck involved in wins like this. Second half, the Giants, you know, became aggressive and went after it. And then the Titans marched right down the field and said, hey, we are the better team here. But then what happened was miscues, and the Giants taking advantage of the miscues. You know, almost a costly interception by Daniel Jones. Those things can't happen. Daniel had an average game. You know, I'm not going to say he was great. I'm not going to say he was bad. He was average, and that's the quarterback you're going to see, like we've been saying. The Tiger don't change his stripes. You know, if Tannehill is a guy you like, well, then that's who Daniel Jones may end up being, and then, you know, you want to keep him. But we'll get into him. We're not going to talk about him right now. We got 16 weeks left of this season. Let's enjoy this, and let's hopefully get more wins. Dare I say the Giants are going to be 4-0? Oh, I hate to say it. I hate to get ahead of myself. But it's looking good like that. The Giants still have a lot to clean up. Don't let a win mask what they need to work on. It's great that we won, but we can't just say this team is complete. We got a team in Carolina who, you know, who held their own against a decent team in Cleveland. People forget how good Cleveland was. They won 8 games last year in a division where, you know, they finished tied for third place. And so, you know, they have a good defense, solid offensive line, and Jacoby Brissett just needs to hold water. It shows you what a team like Cleveland, like the Giants, like Tennessee can do when you have a good run game. If you have a good run game, you don't necessarily need your quarterback. Tennessee was the exception to the rule because their quarterback actually played pretty well to keep them in the game, but this is the type of thing you're going to see. You're probably going to see a lot of Saquon Barkley going forward as this team gets their sea legs. Let's knock on wood there are no injuries that derail this team. An injury to the quarterback, the running back, heck, the offensive line could derail what we're trying to do here. That could change momentum. And Giants, let's see the changing culture here. This is going to be a dogfight on Sunday. It ain't going to be a walk in the park. Carolina had the game in their hands, and of course a 58-yard field goal won them the game. Giants could be in the same boat. 47 yards isn't as daunting of a task as it was 20 or 30 years ago, but now kids are making it 47-yarders look routine. So thankfully they had a crappy kicker in Randy Bullock who hit his kicks in the beginning of the game, but doesn't matter because he missed the one that counted the most. But the kid over in Cleveland, he hit his kick 58 yards. So almost 60 yards. It's damn near almost impossible. But the Giants have been there before. They've been on the losing end of these games, so it's good to finally be on the right side of those games. You know, defense played a solid game. A lot of needs to be worked on. These linebackers, oh my Lord. Yes, Tay Crowder had 7 tackles, but geez, man, cover a running back, will you? We have McCaffrey, and don't think the Panthers don't know that. They're going to try to ISO McCaffrey. Maybe McAdoo, who's a stubborn guy, maybe he'll wake up finally and use the guy. Not that I want to use him against us. Let's hope he doesn't play against us, but there are some things that cause for concern, but there's also reasons to be optimistic. One, the coach. This coach has got this team believing. This is what the difference between a culture-building win and a statement than this. Now, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because, you know, that's what we tend to do with these things. We tend to overreact. Oh, this guy is great. You know, it's good to win. It's good to get the ball rolling off on the right foot. This is, like I told you people, this reminds me of the Jim Fossil era. A guy who comes in trying to change the culture, trying to change the stagnant offense, to a better offense, trying to get a much maligned quarterback out of his head and get this going. So good job, Brian Daboll. I love the fact that he's aggressive. That's going to come back to bite him at some point, but hey, be aggressive now. We'll deal with those consequences and those repercussions later. Enjoy it. Enjoy this. Giant fans, this is a new era. I don't know where this era is going to go. We can't predict that, but we've won a game for the first time in a long time. So let's keep this momentum going. Let's not have a letdown. And the Giants can't overlook anybody. Look, Chicago beat the 49ers in a game that you didn't expect them to win. Now they go up against the Packers on Sunday, who lost the game they should have won. So we'll see what happens coming down the pike. The Cowboys are in a disarray, but their defense is still good. Doesn't mean so you can't really overlook them. And of course, Carolina, is going to probably want to put their best foot forward out on Sunday with a team that they deem not necessarily that they're better than, but they're on the same level as, right? So this is the time for the Giants to get prosperity. We dealt with adversity. We're a team that knows what our identity is right now. It's Saquon Barkley show, and let's not get fooled by it. Saquon Barkley goes, this team goes. Saquon Barkley doesn't go, this team will struggle. And that's just a fact. And you saw it last week. The receiving core, first off, Kadarius Toney. You need to get this playmaker. I don't care what he did or what the problem is with this guy. I don't care. Stop reprimanding this guy. Give him the ball. He's electric. Don't punish him because of something going on. Give him the ball. Make him a punt returner. Give him a bubble screen. Get something to ignite this offense a little bit. You shouldn't have to rely on a Barkley 68-yard run. You know what I mean? You shouldn't rely. Richie James shouldn't be the leading receiver on your team, in catches. Sterling Shepard should be more involved in the game. The game plan I liked, it was the Giants only threw 21 passes. 21 passes, which, if you think about it, they're trying to keep the ball out of harm's way. They know what kind of quarterback they have. Look what he did in the end zone. He threw a boneheaded rookie mistake play. That's why they're throwing 21 passes a game, to limit the availability of the ball and the prospect of a turnover. So that's how they're going to be. Predominantly run-heavy team. Let's hope that they can keep this up. Teams are going to, this is the NFL. Teams are going to figure you out, and they're going to figure out quick. And teams that we think are bottom feeders, look at Detroit. Detroit put up 31 points against the Eagles. No win is guaranteed in this league. Seattle, a Seattle team who we believe is going to be a bad team, beat Denver, who is supposed to be a good team. Now, granted, the coach did some dumb stuff in that game, but no opponent can be taken lightly. So, hey, enjoy this win. It's great, but know that it's on to Carolina. We got to keep this march going. We can't. The thing that I would hate to see is the Giants overlook a team because they're getting ready to beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys team that is going to struggle, right? Overlook it. Not that they are, but it's human nature, right? To have a letdown. So let's build off this. Let's be 2-0 headed into Monday Night Football. Sounds a lot better than 1-1. This has been another edition of the Hurry Up. Hope to see you guys again on tomorrow. Is the NFC East, the real deal NFC East Roundup with Mac the Giant Fan. He and I will be going over all the games in the NFC East and previewing the Giants game, the Eagles game, the Commanders game, and the Cowboy game. We will break it down for you tomorrow, 5:30. Be there or miss out. It's going to be awesome. Have a great one.